Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great Friday. We're going to try to do our Bible trivia. Before we get started, I want to ask you a question. Which pet makes the most noise? A trumpet. Okay. Well, let's get back to our start or get started on our questions. 10 questions, 10 Bible trivia questions worth a point apiece, and 2 bonus questions worth 3 points apiece, with the bonus questions are optional. All right. At what time of day was Jesus led before the chief priests and elders and found guilty of blasphemy? Was it midday, daybreak, or dusk? Luke 22, verse 66 through 71 tells us that it is daybreak. Number 2, after a Sanhedrin officially found Jesus guilty of blasphemy, where did they take him? Was it before Pontius Pilate, to prison, or to the temple? Luke 23, verse number 1 tells us that it was before Pontius Pilate. Number 3, upon seeing the Christ being taken to Pontius Pilate, how did Judas feel about his actions of betrayal? Remorseful, frightened, or vindicated? Matthew 27, verse number 3 tells us that he felt remorseful. Number 4, when Judas realized that Jesus had been condemned by the Sanhedrin, what did he do? Prayed for forgiveness, gave the silver to the poor, or returned the 30 pieces of silver? Matthew 27, verse 3 tells us that he returned the 30 pieces of silver. Number 5, when the chief priests and elders refused to take the money back from Judas, what did he do with it? Gave it to the poor, gave it to a poor woman, threw it into the crowd, or threw it into the temple sanctuary? Matthew 27, verse number 5 tells us that he threw it into the temple sanctuary. Here's your bonus question. What Old Testament prophet spoke of this event? What Old Testament prophet spoke of this event? I had to wait a little bit on this before I gave you the book and the verses, because otherwise I'd give away the answer. Anyway, the answer is Zechariah. And it's Zechariah 11, verses 12 through 13. All right, let's move on to our next set of questions. Number 1, at what time of day was Jesus led before? Whoa. All right, give me just a second. That's a repeat on those questions. All right. I don't know why I had a repeat on that one, but all right, let's try this again. Number 1, how did God deal with the rebellious Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, however you say that, Abiram? Struck them with leprosy, had the ground swallow them up, or sent them away? Numbers 16, verses 31 through 32 says, had the ground swallow them up. Wow, could you imagine just being standing there and all of a sudden the ground swallows you up? Pretty crazy stuff. Number 2, what happened to the 250 followers of Korah? Or they got cast into the sea, buried alive, or consumed by fire? Number 16, verse 35 tells us that they were consumed by fire. Number 3, how did the congregation of Israelites respond to the destruction of the rebels? They were pleased, they grumbled, they were frightened. Number 16, verse 41 tells us that they grumbled. Number 4, what did God send to the complaining congregations? A consuming fire, deadly snakes, or a plague? Number 16, verse 46 tells us the answer is a plague. Number 5, What did Moses tell Aaron to do on behalf of the grumbling congregation? Make atonement, sacrifice an animal, or fast and pray? Numbers 16, verses 46 through 47. Make atonement is the answer. Okay, here's your final bonus question. How many people died from the plague? How many people died from the plague? Boy, this whole section is, these questions are tough. All of these on this page of this, what I just read you, are kind of tough. Anyway, good luck on that. The answer is 14,700. Number 16 verses and verse number 49. Lest you knew that or read that recently, I don't know how in the world you would know the answer to that. If you knew it and just had it stuck in your head, then great. Let me know down in the comments, because I would not have known the answer to that question myself personally. And I probably would have maybe got a few of these wrong, maybe on these ones I just asked you. But anyway, hope you enjoyed those questions, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.